Abba, in my charge. I'm send my praise to the Allah Abba, in my charge. I'ma send my praise to the Father, Allah Abba, He my charger. Depart me from my way, maybe small, Allah Abba, He my Father. I was in the maze of the dark, yeah, He called me, He restored me. That's why I get all praise to the Father. And regardless, He the author. I'ma send my prayers to the head, to the Father, Allah Abba. Depart me from my way, maybe small, Allah Abba, He my Father. I was in the maze of the dark, yeah, He called me, He restored me. That's why I get all praise to the Father. And regardless, He the author of all things, all days and all ways. I'ma walk in Yahweh, as always, cause I'm focused on Yahweh, not always. Abba, in my charge. I'ma send my praise to the Allah Abba, in my charge. I'ma send my praise to the Father, Allah Abba, He my charger. Depart me from my way, maybe small, Allah Abba, He my Father. I was in the maze of the dark, yeah, He called me, He restored me. That's why I get all praise to the Father. And regardless, He the author. I'ma send my prayers to the head, to the Father, Allah Abba. Depart me from my way, maybe small, Allah Abba, He my Father. I was in the maze of the dark, yeah, He called me, He restored me. That's why I get all praise to the Father. And regardless, He the author of all things, all days and all ways. I'ma walk in Yahweh, as always, cause I'm focused on Yahweh, not always. All praise El Shaddai, Elohim, and Yahashua HaMashiach. All praise and all glory go to the Father. Welcome back to One Deity. I am Yosef ben Jacob. Let's get right into it. What's more richer than a rich heart or rich spirit gifted by the Father? There's nothing like it and no comparisons to it. No amount of riches or material wishes is greater than the spirit gifted by the Father. The spirit belonging to the Holy One is the richest thing in creation. And to be rich in it, or to be rich in righteousness from the heart, makes you one of the most wealthiest human beings in the world. A rich spirit is more rich than riches, and to set your heart upon riches makes you one of the most poorest people in the world. But it is always good to be rich in righteousness from the heart. This means setting your heart on good and godly things, such as the Father's laws, statutes, and commandments, loving a fellow brother and sister as you love yourself, and being rich in good deeds and in charity. In doing these things, you only add on to the goodness of God's creation. You are doing no harm. You are not taken away. Being rich in righteousness is a holy thing, especially when compared to the world around you. The world will have you think that your good deeds is of no good, and every right thing you did is the wrong thing to do. They will mock you and curse you if you are different, if you don't follow the pack, if you don't conform. But the Father teaches us it is a blessing to be holy, to be set apart, to be set aside. So you must come to an understanding that the world's opinion is of no value when compared to the Father's. When it's all said and done, it is the Father's opinion that really matters. It is what he thinks about you that really counts. It is his discretion that grants salvation and eternal liberty through his grace and mercy. So if you ask me, I'd rather be rich in the eyes of the Father than to be rich in the eyes of the world. Not to downplay the gift of prosperity, but if it don't come with peace and is not founded in the Father, I don't want it. If I am fortunate enough to know that whatever is gained illegally or acquired through bad works or bad faith is sure to diminish rapidly and very quickly. But when the Father endows favor or gives the gift of prosperity, it lasts a lifetime and can be felt and appreciated through the generations. Generation after generation, and credited as God's grace. If it don't give me nothing if it's not the right thing for me, or if it's not going to last long, for I have been a witness and receiver of ill-gotten gains, and I can assure you they are gone as fast as they come, leaving sorrow and regrets to the ones who set their hearts upon them. It is more righteous and respectfully right to gain wealth the right way. And in doing so, you'll alleviate the feeling of paranoia, a guilt complex, a guilty conscience, and a sense of unworthiness. That you are not worthy of the things that you possess, things that you attained, things that you have acquired in a deceitful and dishonest way. And truth be told, you are unworthy of it. It does not belong to you. Anything acquired in a corrupt or non-godly way is a sinful gain and is not of God. If you gain something ungodly, then it is a foolish gain and wasn't on God's radar or plan for you, making your acquirements and accomplishments unnatural and subjected to an early demise. Indeed, it is more honorable to receive an honest living, even if it is moderate and humble at nature. For this shows contentment, and to be content is really to be with God. And this is a great place to be at. Of course, the opposite of this non-contentment and non-satisfaction, not being happy with where you are in life, so much so that you disregard and show no favor to your biggest gift at the moment, which is your now, your presence. This non-contentment and non-satisfaction can also bleed over into a covetous need and want, or a never-ending desire for more and more. Feeding this gain monster who's caught up in a horror of gain, so much so that you can never quench its thirst or satisfy the lust of its sin. For this is greed. Also, it is essential that we should know that the materialistic world, or the materialistic things, stuff that bring us a temporary joy, cannot buy us true happiness in this world. For it is known that true peace and happiness only comes from the Father. And the reality is, happiness is only a temporary emotion and consideration in the context of what man do you know is happy 24/7 and happy all the time. For the true purpose of life is to be in love and at peace with the Father, accepting his purposes for you and his purposes for your life, no matter your circumstances or the fact if you're happy or not. For indeed, true happiness comes from within, and to correct your inner health is to promote your better self. And what's better than a relationship with your Maker, your Elohim, Yahweh, Yahuwah, the one and only, who gave you life and substance. There's nothing in this world more important nor more valuable than the Father. And it is our duty to show our appreciation. Do it from the heart so you won't adopt a spirit of self-righteousness or count deeds or keep score. Make sure your actions and deeds are from the heart and because it's the right thing to do. Because the Father teaches us we should give and serve our fellow man. Not in the spirit of self-righteousness, but because it is a godly thing to do. But because it is the godly thing to do. And because it is seen as right in the eyes of the Father. And to be quite frankly, that's all that should matter. At the same time, while writing this essay and pondering this sermon, especially after my last sentence, I am honored and entitled to bring to your attention a wrongful practice practiced by those in the act of giving. The ones who give charity, contribution, or almsgiving to broadcast their tithes or good deeds, or put a spotlight or cell phone camera on your donations or goodwill, is a flawed act and it is of no good. For the good man know it is of no good or benefit to broadcast your righteous doings. For doing so brings speculation to the giver's true motives. Is it authentic? Is this from the heart? Or is this act just done to satisfy the ego of the giver? For a righteous man don't give for the sake of recognition. For in fact, doing this negates the act of the deed. It is more humble to let the receiver honor and thank you than it is for you to seek honor and praise yourself. Also, the wise man is aware that the Most High is conscious of all and can see everything. So what's done in private will be rewarded in public, especially when done in good faith. To repeat, that's why it is always better to be rich in righteousness from the heart. And in doing so, you are adopting the authentic and genuine traits of the Father. And in doing so, you are adopting the authentic and genuine traits of the Father. And only good comes from walking with the Father and being aligned with His ways, laws, statutes, and commandments. Always do things from the heart and have a deposit of good deeds when it comes to your Father. By these actions alone, you are wealthy. For no gold or monetary gain can add up to being rich in righteousness from the heart. It is of no comparisons. Righteousness manifests itself in long life, longevity, and safety. Righteousness affords salvation, which is priceless. No dollar amount can buy you grace from the Father. Life can be bought, and wealth don't buy health. But indeed, keeping your heart clean keeps you in good status of the Lord. And you can only add to this or withdraw based off of the choices and decisions you make. There's no question that sin and wickedness will keep you with a negative account and a consistent overdraft with the tendency and more of a probability to lead you to bankruptcy. While performing righteous deeds from the heart and being on the right side of the Father's laws guarantees life, light, and a peace of mind. So I urge you to value your salvation, the gift of life itself, and the merciful Father gifting mercy that allows you to be redeemed once you have suffered the sorrows of backsliding, sin itself, and not being able to partake in the presence of the Father. For to be on the Father's right side and to dwell under his wing or take refuge in the Father's shelter is one of the most safest, purest, beautiful, majestic places you can be. There's nowhere I'd rather be and no place better than to be in the Father's good graces. I am in love with your wisdom, your purity, your patience, especially with a less focused me, your creation and the nature of it, how you love, or how your love is like no other, the beauty of your revelation and how it is revealed, for you are the most loving, most powerful, most notorious being in existence, for your foundation is the founding of existence itself, and you are truly worthy of all praise. For there is no place I'd rather be, and again, no place, no better, than to be rich in righteousness in your eyes. For if I have accomplished this, then I have conquered life itself, the temptation and snares of the enemy, and the fleshly wants and desires of myself. With that being said, all praise El Shaddai, Elohim, and Yahashua HaMashiach. All praise and all glory go to the Father, in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son. Amen. I'ma send my praise to the Father. Allah Abba, He my charger. The part me from my way may be small. Allah Abba, He my Father. I was in the maze of the dark. Yeah, called me, He restored me. That's why I get all praise to the Father. And regardless, He the author. I'ma send my praise.